Your average attention span might just be less than that of a goldfish. Yes, you heard me right. A Microsoft Canada study says that while the average goldfish can have an attention span of up to 9 seconds, the digital generation here, we are probably at 8 seconds. So now before you make fun of that one friend who keeps forgetting everything, calling him or her a goldfish, remember we are all probably part of the goldfish community. Yes, it's a little exaggerated. There have been contrary studies which says that no, we are not as low as 8 seconds. But there can be no denying that this generation, not just this generation, the whole digital world, in our digital world, our brains are getting pretty much cooked. With constant overstimulation and dopamine hits, our brains are starved of real meaningful connection and content. After a long day of work, when you just scroll through your phone for 1 hour, you don't have the motivation to go out, you don't have the motivation to engage in some sort of meaningful activity, and it's not your fault. It's just our brains getting fragmented and distracted in a digital world. All those years ago, the Buddha spoke about how an overstimulated mind is the cause of dukkha or suffering. And in the Buddha's age, we did not even have the kind of overstimulation we have today. Today, constantly our brains are running from one dopamine spike to another dopamine spike with no sort of actual balancing out happening there. Even in the Bhagavad Gita, it said that the biggest strength even of a warrior is a still mind. And that's important. It's important to anchor yourself in some sort of practice. And this will have to be an assertion of your will. You know why? Because everything from the biggest of organizations to creators like me, all of us want you to keep scrolling. I would want you to keep watching the reels I'm making, right? But I'm telling you, if you're watching this, get out of here. Disengage from this for a while. Around the world today, even if some sort of a negative incident happens somewhere, it reaches your phone. And we wonder why is this generation and people today having so much of anxiety, depression and mental health problems. Disengage from this. Go out, have a physical activity, meet your friends, have meaningful relations. That is where life is. Absolutely. Technology, social media and the digital world is a beautiful expression of the human spirit when it's an extension of our real life, not when it replaces our real life. Now, what are some of the ways to disengage from this digital world is something we'll be coming to. But if you've already found some ways to anchor yourself in your real life, do drop down in comments below. I would love to hear that. And from there, probably we can start this conversation and move ahead with that. Would love to hear your opinions on the same. Thank you.